Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Akashic Rose with Sabrina Dawn. Today we're going to do a Divine Masculine check-in, and then we're also going to just check in with the Divine Feminine a little bit and get maybe some advice for her. So I do use the he and her pronouns, but please know to adjust it to your own situation, because for me it's just easier for me to do that than to think about what I'm saying, because that will take me out of the energy, and I'm already nervous doing these, so I don't want to add to it. Okay, but please know that um, I all is welcome here, and I love each and every one of you for exactly who you are. So please just switch it for your situation that is best for you. Okay, so tomorrow I do plan on doing a pick a pile, and I plan on having messages from the divine masculine to the divine feminine in those pick a piles. So I'm not going to do that today, because tomorrow I want to do for the pick a piles I want to do a more in-depth one. So this one's going to be just like a check-in. And yesterday or the day before I did one about advice for the divine masculine, divine feminine around the journey. So if you want to check that out, and then this one's going to be a check-in with the divine masculine and some advice for the divine feminine specifically. Okay, and so I just invite you to take a deep breath in, and we just call on all of the archangels of the highest healing order to be with us in this reading today, and we ask that they allow in only messages of unconditional love, grace, and faith to help us come to a deeper understanding about ourselves and our journey, to bring us closer to the union within. Thank you, and so it is. Sat Nam. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Sufi deck. I believe it's called Sufi Wisdom. This is one of my favorite decks right now, guys. I highly recommend it. Oop, this just popped out. Okay, so 2 fell out. So we have Surrender with Joy, Achieve Greatness Through Surrender, Heart of the Matter, Align Life's Pathways Through the Heart. Okay, so before I started the video, I did a meditation, and I went into the records, and I just wanted some guidance on the reading and connecting into the divine masculine. And what I saw was I was handed a key, and the key was to open the door, and when the door opened, it was nothing but light. And I feel like this one is the one that really depicts the meditation. So like, it's like, she's, opened up the door, and she's just moving into the light and leaving everything else behind, and she is becoming the light. And that's what I really was getting was, with that light was like, okay, yes, sure, there's all of these triggers, there's all of these shadow sides, there's all of these turbulences and activations within the twin flame journey. But what often what do you call it, distracts us from the heart of the matter. Align life's pathways through the heart. And what I heard was, when I said, well, what is all of this light? Because it was just an overwhelming feeling. And they said, focus on the light within the situation. It's too much. There's too much focus on the lack, or what the other is or isn't doing, in all of that information. And then it's like activates all of these buttons, and then we get getting lost in our emotions and all of that stuff going on and on. But it's just interesting that this is what came out, and this is the opening message. So I'm actually not hearing that this is the divine masculine specifically, so we're going to get into that. I'm going to pull again, is what they're saying. But right now, these 2 cards really wanted to come out to help bring in just some guidance on the overall journey. Is use your own key to open up your door, to change your perception, so that you can focus on the heart of the matter and surrender with joy, and just enjoy the journey. have fun and embrace the light in the situation. That's how you can change yourself and change the journey. And through that, your divine masculine or your counterpart or your sacred beloved could be changed. Okay? That's how it's like they're showing me that it's going to work right now through this time. Now, with it being Valentine's tomorrow, maybe some people are in some fear around will they or will they not hear from them? Should I or shouldn't I reach out? What I'm hearing is connect to your heart. Get to the heart of who you are. Connect to your guidance. So, this is an angel here. Like, I'm feeling like this is you. This is the angel. Okay. And just surrender with joy to your guidance and to the light. And when you do things from a pure place, from your heart, not with expectations. And the more that you surrender to this, the more that you're going to be able to have more peace within, and you're going to know what action to take without so much push and pull within you. And so what I'm hearing too is that, with the push and pull within you, if you have a push and pull within you, you more than likely have a push and pull within your connection to your twin. So do your best to surrender. So I'm hearing to leave this one up for the divine masculine. Okay, I'm just going with the flow here, guys. Heart of the matter. So let me just switch over because they were just giving me some really beautiful messages to the meditation that I got. So okay. So now that I've switched over, this feels like the divine masculine sitting here. Now, the other message, take it the way that it was, but now I've moved on. I wanted to know where is the divine masculine at this time? And I'm feeling like, even though this may be a woman in the picture, I feel like this is your divine masculine. And do you see, like, it's like this person is sitting on a meditation cushion, and then there's guidance here. And so, but this person here is not focused on the guidance. And there's the North Star. I feel like the divine masculine is in a place of staying still, trying to figure out which way, what is his North Star, and the guidance, this journey, this twin flame connection is being divinely guided, protected, and loved by the angels and by the spirit team of both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. But what I feel like is that the divine masculine right now is in a place, so he, if we were doing tarot cards, I feel like the hermit card would come out. Like, I feel like there's like just this hermit nature. So you might not be hearing from him all that much, or he may seem a little distant, but he's going within. He's figuring out where he is at. And the colors here are all root, second chakra, and third chakra. So that's really, trying to figure out what is, in his physical world, a reality for him to be able to feel and get into the heart of the matter and feel this connection and to move forward with the connection. What do I do with this connection? Because this feels like my true north. My divine feminine feels like my true north, but my 3D world isn't reflecting that right now. And I feel like that's why he's kind of in this standstill, and just trying to figure out which direction to go. But just know that he is being divinely guided, and he's in a place where he's learning to listen to that. Now, this is a general reading, so there's many people watching it. I feel like it's really going to depend on the divine masculine, specifically on what level that he's able to feel this guidance and then act upon it in the, and root it into the 3D world. Okay. So just give him some time and space if that's what he's either doing or asking of you, because he's trying to get to the heart of the matter, the heart of who he is. It's not personal. So if anything pops up, do that shadow work. Okay. Love yourself, nurture yourself, care for yourself. Fill up all of those empty holes for yourself. Okay. So when so we got intoxicated and frustrated. Okay. So when he's in touch with you, he feels this unbelievable pull, this unbelievable intoxication towards you and towards this union. And he wants it so badly, he gets extremely frustrated. But for some reason, this isn't able to come into fruition because he's trying to get to the heart of the matter. He's trying to see it and how this can actually manifest in the 3D world, how this could actually happen. Because right now, what I feel like is that he's feeling blocked. He's feeling like he can't see a way for this to work. And that's why he's in this hermit mode, to get to the heart of the matter without all of these outside voices and the intoxication pulling him. So for anybody that's in like minimal to no contact, when he's in contact, this pull is so intense that it intoxifies him and he can't see straight. He gets frustrated. He can't work to his best ability, and he also can't be in that hermit. He can't be in that place of getting to the heart of the matter because there's another part of him that's pulling him stronger. So this divine masculine is probably in need of some root and second and third chakra balancing. And I believe the video I saw yesterday was all about balancing the root chakra and the lower chakra. So you may want to take a look at that. That was either yesterday or the day before. That one is titled Twin Flames, Messages to the DF, for the DF and DM. And then I believe it says something about information for reconciliation. Okay. So you might want to check that out. I have a feeling that that one, this one, and the ones tomorrow are going to be linked to all three together. Maybe it's because it's Valentine's week, so it's special. I'm here to pull one more of the Divine Masculine Energy Oracles by Flames of Alchemy. Ooh. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Temptation. Divine Feminines, this Divine Masculine, while he cares very deeply for you, he's also deeply tempted. So I feel like this is just a clarification card, or just like a yes, 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 you're on the right track. He does feel that temptation and intoxication. He gets extremely frustrated, and then he just can't function correctly within the connection, even because he can't see straight. He gets jealous. His triggers get activated and all of that. So please know that his hermit time right now, if he's pulling away a little bit, is because he can't see straight and he's trying to get to the heart of the matter. Okay. So this is the, I can't remember the name of it, but it's Live Tarot deck. It's a twin flame deck. Spring. Your love is blooming. Your answers arrive in spring. Well, that's not that far away, guys. Okay. I'm working with the same deck. I heard to pull one more. Yes. Separation. No contact. 5D. Dreams. Nightmares. Focus on your own happiness. That really makes, it's all lining up, guys. Okay. I'm going to pull one from the All Things Intuitive Messages of Love Oracle cards deck. So, okay. That's how they came out. So we're going to just go with this. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to connect to the cards real quick. Connecting to the Divine Masculine, the collective that I'm reading for. Okay. So I do feel like this, so there's separation and rejection. And then, what I was picking up for the Divine Masculine in the beginning. So this is about, I do feel like this is mainly about twins that are either in, are either completely separated or minimal to no contact with their twin, or they are in a committed relationship, but feeling like a huge separation between each other. Okay. And so just know that the divine masculine is feeling like the divine feminine is gets him very frustrated through temptation and intoxication. This is not necessarily her fault unless the divine feminine is purposely doing this. Then you have to look at your inner temptress and just find out when the best time to do that is, because right now I don't feel like it is. Okay, right now I feel like it's time to allow him to get to the heart of the matter. Okay. And I feel like there's going to be a lot more clarity in the spring. But right now, the separation, with the separation, the rejection is actually divine protection. So focus on your own happiness. Allow your own flowers to bloom within. Don't allow yourself to get tempted by being frustrated and then pulled out of your own balance and your own heart. Stay in the heart of the matter for yourself. Allow yourself and your beautiful light to blossom. And again, like, remember this card here? I feel like this is like the same thing that I saw. It's like, just, she's surrendering here. I know there's a separation. This is a separation card, but if you ignore the words for a minute, look at her body. She actually looks like, her heart is out. See, because you can see like her back here is pinched a little bit and her hands are like that. I feel like that's just surrendering to the separation. That's just surrender. So surrender with joy. And that surrender with joy, or just surrender to the light, surrender to what is, and accept what is right now. And just anything that's brought up, any of that shadow side that's triggered, you can just do your inner work around that. And I do feel like for the main collective that I'm reading for, balancing those lower chakras are really important at this time, especially with Valentine's right around the tomorrow, and you may feel a bunch of shadow sides popping up. Okay, so that's what I'm hearing about that. So now we're going to use it's a different deck by Liv Tarot, but it's also this is like messages of light and shadow, I think, or something. I don't know the name of it. She doesn't have it on the box or the deck. So the shadow side is that I don't trust easily. So this divine masculine doesn't trust easily. And so when he feels this sexual temptation and intoxicated by his divine feminine, it can make him go with him because it is getting to his heart. And he doesn't know whether or not he can trust himself. Is it, being led by what's in his pants, or is he being led by the heart? And I feel like this divine masculine gets confused by the two, and because he doesn't fully know how to rest in the heart of the matter, in the heart of the connection. Okay. Especially, I just heard divine masculines that get pulled out of there. So if these the collective that I'm reading for, I feel like they are either on the path to all their life's purpose, like their work, or they're getting really strong in it, or they're in it and they're working it really hard. And I feel like, that's what confuses him, is he feels like the sex is just a temptation. But what he's realizing as he pulls away and in the separations, and we allow the separations, he's really getting to the heart of the matter and into the heart of realizing that his divine feminine isn't just a sexual temptation. That's just part of this journey and part of the connection and part of the beauty. But we have to allow the rejection and the separation for him to come to this realization by spring. And then I pulled the light card. I keep getting signs that remind me of you. So just do your best to trust all of that, because he's getting signs. Allow him to have the space that is required so that he can come to this realization in the spring. And I know this was the first card pulled, but I feel like this being this in the center is like everything revolves around this happening in the spring. Okay, so this is for this to evolve and to come into manifestation. These are all of the things that the divine masculine is looking at, and then our place is to surrender to ourselves, to the light, and focus on the light within the connection, not all the shadow sides. Now you can look at the shadow sides, process it, and let it go, but you don't want to focus on it. You don't want to get lost in that and pulled in the different thoughts. Like I often say, like a lot of our projections are stories, and we have a choice whether or not to we attach an emotional story to that story, to that projection. That's, and then all of a sudden it's like a train and we just go off with it. And then all of a sudden we have all of these thoughts and we assume a lot of where they're at, and it's actually not where they're at, or it's just our shadow side speaking. So if you want to know a little bit about more about working with the shadow side, there's a link in my description box about work. It's like a 15-minute video. It's not long at all, about working with your shadow side. Or if you have your own practice, you can do that, or you can do both. So that is where I'm picking up where the divine masculine is at in regards to his divine feminine. Now, I just want to pull a card about what action he is likely to take. What action? So I feel like I don't even want to ask that, because I feel like the action that he's taking right now to his best ability is to be in the hermit mode, to be in that place of self-reflection and trying to get to the heart of the matter. So I don't feel like that we need to go into that, but let's see if there's something else I should ask. And guys, feel free to make any suggestions also in the comments, or if you would like a theme of a pick-a-pile. I'm just connecting over to the records and to the angels to see if there's a question. Okay. The Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive. I'm hearing to get a message. The Divine Masculine wants to say something before we move over to a new part of the reading. Okay. You speak to me through music. I'm getting signs that remind me of you. So I feel like this wanted to be clarified. So just so you know, your divine masculine is hearing songs and thinking of you at the most perfect time. It's like, you know, he gets in the car and a song that reminds him of you is blaring. He goes to the gym and all of a sudden there's like this song, and you know, if he listens to it, it either reminds him of you immediately, or all of a sudden the lyrics are, or he's seeing, oh, I just heard that also that like he's seeing women that remind him of you, like just like the way that your hair falls over your shoulder, or a quick whiff of perfume, you know, these things. It's like almost like all like songs and music, like a, oh, that's beautiful. Hold on a second. He's saying that all of the signs are speaking to him like a divine orchestra. It's like this orchestration, if that's a word. I don't think that's a word. Sorry. Of all of it. It's like this. I'm sorry, guys. They're showing me visuals, but it's a divine orchestration. That's what it is. And some of it's through music, but all of it, even the numbers, the scents, the things they're seeing, the things they're thinking, hearing, all of it is divinely orchestrated, and it's singing to them like a song. Okay. They're saying to leave that one out. And I am going to listen to that. Okay. They're saying to bring this one back up. So this is for the divine feminine now, just some guidance. I feel like there was a pretty good amount of guidance in that last one, but for you, but they would like me to go a little deeper. So, they want to leave out the spring because this, in order for this to, happen, and for the divine masculine to come to a deeper place of heart and to the heart of the matter, and balancing these root chakras to bring it into the 3D world. That for this to happen in the spring, we have to surrender more. So I'm using the surrender deck, the power of surrender. This just fell out. Surrender. Oops. Surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others, to be surrounded by positive people. Okay. I just heard like 3 different messages at once, guys. So let me get a little bit more. Let me put this like this so that we can see these better. Here we go. Okay. Hope you guys can see that okay. All right. So I'm picking up 3 different scenarios with these surrender unhealthy relationships. And it could be all 3 for you. It could be 1 or 2, or it could just be 1. Okay. So just bear with me for a moment, please. So surrender with joy to letting go of unhealthy relationships. And this is going to help you get to the heart of the matter with your divine masculine. And the heart of the matter within yourself regarding your divine masculine, because one of the scenarios that I'm seeing is that release the unhealthy relationship you have with the twin flame journey and your divine masculine. So where are you codependent? Where are you not doing the work, but judging him for not being, maybe more aligned, or, being stale, or going too slow, or being committed elsewhere? Okay, so if this divine masculine is unavailable because he's in another commitment, this is just guidance for you to let go of this divine masculine, allow him to get to the heart of this matter for himself. And the other scenario that I'm seeing, actually, wait a minute, they're saying that was a big one to just drop. So this divine masculine, what we heard before, is that he's going into a place of solitude to get to the heart of the matter. Now, don't lose sight that this, I feel like he's going to get to this decision more in the spring. But what I'm hearing is that he's in this place. Okay, guys, I just hit this card deck and a card flipped over. I found safety in the silence between us. Right? Doesn't that, guys, I'm sorry, I wasn't planning this, but I also don't believe in accidents. So the divine masculine is kind of stepping into the divine feminine's part, just like the divine feminine I felt like was kind of that's how interwoven you guys are. Okay, so trust that beautiful connection and that soul connection, and how you guys interweave each other, even if you're not in contact. Okay, but just know that that he has found some safety in the silence. Okay, because he's trying to get into the heart of that matter, that frustrating sexual energy. So allow that to happen, because he may be in another commitment, or committed to career, because actually 2 cards popped out, not just one. And this says, I'm focused on my career over love right now. So if he's in another connection, or if he's married or in another commitment, he could be so focused on the career that he's not really putting much into that connection at all, because it's actually just not where he wants to be anyways. But he may have kids there, or a commitment financially, or maybe there's something to do with the career and connection to that family. I'm not quite sure, but I'm hearing all of those things. So, it may be different for each one of you, but right now he's taking this silence because it feels safe to him. That frustration and that allure and that intoxication confuses him. Okay, he also feels, if he's in another relationship, he also feels like he's doing something wrong and he has a conscience about it. And so he pulls away and then he comes back because he can't deny the pull, just like you can't. Okay, so just giving him some of that silence, because that's where he feels safe right now. Remember the root chakra? That's where your safety, security, focusing, your career, all of that. He's again, if you were doing tarot, a bunch of pentacles would probably have popped up. So, just allow him to have that space, and it's not personal. There's nothing here saying the divine feminine isn't enough. There just isn't enough, chemistry here. There's not, if anything, it's so much that it's overwhelming him. So he just needs that sense of um, retreat for a little bit to be able to go within, but it is not rejection. It is separation, or seemingly frustrating because we're never truly separated, but it is not that. And then for you to surrender the unhealthy part of this relationship, especially if he's unavailable, okay? Because, that you're not getting what you need. So where are you not available to yourself? Where are you actually not available to him or to love in general? So really go within and really look at what his life situation is mirroring into your life situation. If he's committed somewhere else, then, where are you committed somewhere else? Where are you committed to not allowing love into your heart? So go deep, just allow yourself to go a little deeper and to dig into some of the not so fun feelings and emotions, okay? All right. And then the other part, the surrender unhealthy relationships. So another thing that I'm hearing is that the divine feminine is allowing too many other people to have speak up in her connection. So just surrender any unhealthy friendships or the connection, talking about the need to talk about your twin flame connection with people who don't understand it. Because to a lot of people, this just looks like toxic bullshit. Okay, I'm just saying it as it is. That's what I hear. That's what I see a lot, like especially in the comments or people judging the twin flame connection. You in your heart surrender with joy to this and accept it. And then that way you can move through it. And that way you can be in more peace and happiness around yourself and your truth. Okay, so surrender the unhealthy relationship that you have with others around this twin flame connection as well. So those are the 3 messages with that card. That was a lot. So I am actually going to pull, I don't speak French, but it's like Elqui. It's She Who Oracle cards. Look at the back of these cards. Aren't they gorgeous? I just love them. Okay. She Who Changes. Transformation, change, and enchantment. So look at her. This is like the high priestess moon energy. She who changes. This is her name is Iris. So transformation, change, and enchantment. I just heard from the angels, enchant yourself. Be enchanted with yourself. Go within. The high priestess card, go within. Trust this connection. Look at the colors. They all match. And see like the heart of the matter? Okay, do you see how they're all amazingly blending together? But this is about you. This is about you connecting to the high priestess within yourself. And this is like the snake of the, of transformation going up. Okay, that's shedding your old perceptions and thoughts and beliefs around this connection. You are the high priestess, and the more that you step into that energy, the more that you will accept your personal power. Now I'm picking from the Divine Feminine deck. So this deck here has a lot of like powerful messages, but there's also ones of healing. So there's like, this one like is just so overwhelmingly positive. Like, there's that transformation, change, and enchantment, the high priestess, and stepping into energy. I feel like that's really powerful, seeing the truth, but seeing through illusion. So that's what I'm seeing with her eyes right now. changing that perception and seeing through the illusions of the 3D world. Be careful and mindful not to get lost in the 5D, but seeing through the illusion of the 3D. Because I feel like what I'm feeling like the most of the divine feminines in this collective, what I'm feeling at this time, that they are either in the 5D, very comfortable and connecting and very happy with their divine masculine. But when they get into the 3D and they start communicate with him, or they start seeing what's going on in the 3D world, and they get really pulled into that. But there's no real harmony or balance between the two at this time, or at least not predominantly. So that's what I feel like the snake of transformation is trying to come in and help us connect to our truth. So see how like our, she's, holding her throat chakra area to connect to the truth, to be able to communicate in a healthy way with herself about this, because so she can see through the illusions. Just be mindful not to get too lost in them, okay? Okay, the Divine Feminine deck by Megan Watterson. So I just want to ask, I'm just asking, which goddess can help come in and guide the divine feminines of this collective through this transformation? Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh, guys. I just got goosebumps. Shekinah or Shekinah. The presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything, there is light. I am that light. What was the meditation in the beginning that I had? Opening. Oh my God, I'm going to cry, guys. Sorry, hold on a second. As you all know, I'm a divine feminine as well. So some of these messages I really take to heart. So, okay, sorry, guys. Okay, so you can call on the presence of the divine feminine. At the center of everything, there is light. I am that light. So, I'm sorry if I'm not saying her name correctly, but I would say it's Shekinah, but it might be Shekinah. But I just, she is the essence, the vibrance of the divine feminine. She is the presence, bringing the presence in. Okay? We have the key to open the door for ourselves and to step into our own light. Surrender to that joy. Surrender all of the nonsense, and that is the word I'm hearing, nonsense of the unhealthy attachments we have to our relationships, and recognize that we are the light. See through that illusion and that barrier for us to step into our own divine feminine within ourselves, because we may be calling ourselves divine feminines, but there's moments where we're not seeing ourselves or the situation as divine. Some may see it as a curse. There's moments of feeling like it's a curse. There's moments of just utter frustration. And sometimes we use our feminine abilities and powers and our divine masculine. So you can call on her to help you through this change and see through the illusion, so that you can focus on the light within you. And then you can see the light within the situation and get to the heart of the matter for you to have this manifestation in the spring. Okay, I'm going to end it on that, because you can't really get a much more powerful message than these two cards coming out at the end. The moon and the sun coming into balance, focusing on the light, seeing through the illusions. And I'm just hearing too, your divine masculine is having dreams, as you may, but either way, you guys are connecting in dream time, whether you remember it or not. Just getting to the heart of the matter. And the divine masculine is also start learning to surrender unhealthy relationships too. Okay. And that is what he is going within about. And that's why he's finding safety in the silence and focusing on his career more, because he's realizing what in his life is not healthy and what he's chained to versus what he, going towards the direction of what he wants. All right. All right, loves. Now we are going to just get some. I'm actually going to leave this one up as well. We're just going to get some numbers, okay? Numbers and letters. This is just the fun part. If you don't see any numbers or letters here, but you resonated with the message, please just keep the message deep in your heart. And don't allow this to deter. I can't speak. Hold on a second. I'm still like blown away by this card and moved. Don't allow this to put a damper on the messages that you received. Okay, so we have 3, 4, 5, 1, and 3. So we have 33, 4, 5, 1. So we have like a 3, 4, 5 here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we actually have 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we actually have all of them here. So this could be, like January 5th. This could be, April 1st or April Fool's Day. March 3rd, which is actually my my old anniversary date when I was married. April 3rd, May 4th. Okay. So this could be your birthdays. It could be important angel numbers. 333 is the angels are with you. I'm sorry, the ascended masters. So Shekinah. Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Buddha, any of the goddesses. Okay, those ascended masters, okay? They're with you and they're supporting this connection. For me, that is Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and now the presence of the divine feminine in Shekinah or Shekinah. I think it's Shekinah, but I'm not sure, guys. I'm sorry. This could be a street address, could be your birthday, their birthday, or just an important date for your connection. Like it may be the date that you realized you were on a twin flame connection. Mine was July 2nd. So it's going to be different for each one of you, or it could have been an important date that you guys had. Okay, so let's. All right, now we're going to just get some, with my Scrabble cards, get some letters for some initials. And again, this could be your name or it could be street names. It could just be words that mean something to you. Sometimes the full name can get spelled out. We have E, and there's also a T on that card. Extraterrestrial. So some of you guys could be star seeds. Be part of the Blue Ray Twin Flames. PD. RF. Doesn't it sound like bingo, guys? It just sounds like bingo to me. NS. SE. So I'm also hearing there may be some initials to X's in this as well, because we have this surrender unhealthy relationships card. So it could be that you need to surrender some of the either people in your life, some unhealthy connections, and surrender those, or at least your relationship to those relationships, and heal the wounds of the past is what I'm hearing. So if you see initials from an X, that's what it could mean. Just as an extra message. Oh, We have O and K, S and D. Okay, they're saying one more. O-M. And this is just out, so I'm going to put it there. But it's another S, but there's a W on it. We don't have a W yet, okay? All right, so the letters that we have here are E-T, D-P, R-F, S-D, O-M, N-S, O-K. Look at sun. Oh, look at, oh my gosh, guys. S-O-N, sun, S-O-S, someone special. Oh, there's a message in that. Hold on. So some of you may have a son, or this divine masculine has a son, and this is someone special. So if your divine masculine is in a connection, it could be that there's something going on with his son, or a son, or maybe even just a child, but a son, and he's someone special. Or it could be that he is a son, and there's a divine, that he has a father that's very special to him. Maybe he's sick and ill or something, or maybe this father, he cares a lot what this father views of him as a man. Okay, or maybe I just feel like there's an important masculine, or this masculine is an important son. So it's either they have a son, and that son, they're staying in a relationship because of that son, because there's something going on. There could be a diagnosis of some sort, or just something that this child is going through that needs a more stable home. And then the SOS, it could be that he is a son to someone special, and balancing that in the 3D world, it could be that they are high profile people, or they have a lot of responsibility on their shoulders. And if the father does, then the son does even more, because he's taking it seriously, because it reflects on the father. And if that's not the case, it could be that he cares a lot about what his father thinks of him as a man and as a father, or just as a person, and he's making him as someone really special. And so he has him on a pedestal, and he doesn't want to let him down. And again, PER, so like peer, so like peer pressure. It's just, I feel like this divine masculine cares a lot about what others think as well, and that is another reason why he's trying to get to the heart of the matter, which he will do in the spring. And we are meant to focus on our divine feminines within. Okay? And there could be initials and all of that here, but that was just such a strong message, guys. I had to say it. All right. I just wish you all my love and beautiful blessings on your journey to opening up to the Shekinah within yourself. Get to the heart of who you are. And look at those cards even match. Okay? All right. All my love, guys. Mwah.